Hey everybody out there, you're tuned in to 91.8 The Fan, and you're in my corner, and I have a special guest in the corner as well. We had to do a little bit of tech support, but would you like to introduce yourself and say hi to everybody out there?
Oh, hi. Yeah, it's Jimmy Neutron, and hi, I'm just kidding. It's me, Debi Derryberry. Hi.
Oh god, that was cute. I was trying really hard not to like squeal, because I did.
Nice self-control, Jackie.
I try, I try. So I'm curious though. You've been in a lot of major roles, and you've had a very lengthy career in voice acting. But I'm wondering, where did the spark into acting begin? Was it when you were in diapers? Maybe when you were in school? Where did it start?
Oh my goodness. I think it all started when I was a little bitty kid and we got our first cassette recorder. Remember those? And I heard my voice and I was like, "Oh, that's weird." And so, we did little shows and I was in the local theater and my whole family was in local theater, high school theater. And then, of course, as all good kids do, I decided to become a pre-med because there was no way to make a living as an actor. So I just did a little acting and singing on the side while I went to UCLA and I was ready to be a doctor. And then I decided I'm not happy. So I moved to Nashville to be a country singer because I've always sung songs and played guitar and all this theater under my belt. And I didn't even know that doing cartoon voices was a way you could make a living. Heck, I grew up in Indio. What do we know there? Indio is near Palm Springs, California. It's a really tiny, hot, hot place. And so I didn't know you could make a living doing cartoon voices. All I know is that everybody teased me because I sound so funny when I talk. So, yeah, I moved back to LA from Nashville and signed with my voice agent, and that was like 20 years ago.
And it just all sort of fell in place from there?
Yep, it was just, I started booking right away, and it was just one thing after another. And I still did my music. On the side, I did country music for I had a band for 7 years here in Los Angeles called Honey Pig, and we have a few albums out. And then when I had my son, I moved over into children's music, and now I have three preschool albums out, and I sing all over the country to huge preschool audiences. And I have concerts all the time, and the kids love that I do cartoon voices, and I have a character named Baby Banana and a whole website just for Baby Banana called mybabybanana.com that I'd love for all your listeners to go to. And yeah, I still am doing my favorite thing, which is just cartoon voices and commercials and some on camera.
That's cute. That's so adorable. And, obviously, you've done a little bit of work in anime, which a lot of our geeks who listen to the station love. And I'm kind of curious, how did that come about?
Well, when I started, there really wasn't anime. There were, Japanese films that needed dubbing, and I did some of the Miyazaki films, and there was a lot of stuff happening in it. And then it was just like a normal audition that your agent sends you on, only it's not for a, regular cartoon that you record the voice and then they do the animation afterwards. It was for this thing called anime that's already existing, and you just put the voice in. Um, and those sorts of jobs, they're fun, and the fans are the most amazing of all fans on the whole planet. But the actor doesn't really get to know all that's going on because you're not there the whole time. You go from one line to the next, and you're like, wait, what did I do between line one and line 200? I do love it though, and the fans are amazing, and the animation is so cute, and it's a challenge.
Did you find it difficult to redub, or was it more difficult to perhaps, have to rely on the director to tell you, okay, now you just got through a big battle, but we didn't see it, it was off screen. So,
Um, nope, I never really had difficulty with that. I think it's just um, I don't know if it's because I've done it so much that I don't remember learning it, but I pretty easy for me now to just watch the time code and look at the direction and most of the good directors that call me in, they're like, okay, you know what to do. And I just kind of do it. And of course, if there's direction, then I take it. And I just saw Jack Fletcher for a unnamed project that I'm not allowed to talk about, or I don't know, have to go to jail or something.
Uh-oh.
And I never know the character or what's going on until I'm I don't know, until someone emails me and says, "Oh, did you know you were in blah 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 blah?" And then I know.
Well, now, I know for animation, or I'm sorry, for anime, you're usually alone in the booth, but for a lot of animation, you guys get to react off of each other, and that must be a big difference.
Oh, it's huge because when you're in there all by yourself, it's just like you're an insane person laughing at yourself, and you're lucky if you have headphones and they let you talk to the other side of the booth. But of course, if you're in with a bunch of regular voice artists, it's just a cut up session from start to finish, and the producers indulge you and laugh at your jokes and make you feel funny. And there is a lot of camaraderie and certainly a lot of bouncing off each other. But that never happens in anime.
Yeah, you really can't do improv since it's already created.
Right. And since you don't really know, what the storyline is, and you have to match the voice flap and the length of time, sometimes they'll let it run if it's just um, a physical exertion kind of thing where I'll get to just do whatever I want to do and there's no words involved. If it's just running and jumping and spinning and flipping, then I can just chase it on the screen and it's fun. It's challenging. It's easy. I just did one yesterday or the day before for a very fun new game called, what's it called? Am I allowed to say? Carnival Island. Super fun, cool game for kids. Um, and I'm the girl in there with this another voice artist friend of mine named Nika Futterman. And that was really, really fun. And looked a lot like a Miyazaki film plus Disney. Very beautiful.
That sounds very interesting. And it's kind of neat for me to talk to you because you've been in a lot of shows that were like the foundation of my childhood, like Tenchi Muyo, and I remember when I saw the Jimmy Neutron movie, for example, we bought the soundtrack immediately afterwards, and I would skate to it in the morning.
Oh,
So I have to wonder, how does it feel for not just fans like me, but for little kids to be able to watch your what you've been in? How does that feel?
well, since I've been doing it so long, I never thought the day would come where people would say, "Oh yeah, I grew up listening to you," because to me it was just like yesterday, and it's really kind of weird. But people do like now when I'm at my concerts for preschoolers, and I'd say, "Does anybody watch Jimmy Neutron?" They'll be like, "What?" Because there's so many new cartoons on now, and Jimmy Neutron, I guess, is an older cartoon now. It's still in reruns, but um, it's I mean, it feels really good. And I guess in my small world, I feel famous in my little world. But there's a big world out there, and not everybody follows the voice artists.
Well, we try our best too. We have all
Uh,
these listeners here.
Thank you. Thank you for being there. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody at Comic Con who's Facebooked me and sent me emails and never really get to see the faces, and I never know who's listening to me.
Oh,
Did you ever watch? There was one called Zatch Bell.
yeah, I actually saw that. I think when it was on Toonami, I can't remember if it was Toonami or like Cartoon Network's like side Saturday block, but I saw bits and pieces. I never sat down and saw the whole thing, but that looked like a really fun character.
Yeah, he was a little sicko. Well, his alter ego is the sicko. But when we first started doing him, he didn't have any underwear on, and they had to paint him on. I guess in Japan he doesn't wear any underwear, but in the United States we have to have a little more limits.
Which is understandable. It was marketed to children, so I get that
Yeah,
completely.
cover that up.
But that must have been fun, also due to the fight scenes because they got to like kind of battle each other.
Yeah, definitely it's fun. They'll usually save the fight scenes till the end of the day just because it can often be kind of stressful on your voice. So, yeah, there was a lot of that.
I would always think that there would be a chance that you would lose your voice. Has that ever happened to you?
Um, Not because of a voice job, but because I was sick anyway. And yeah, there was a time I had to go on voice rest. And, for us voice artists, that's a terrible thing. It's horribly dangerous and, you can't work. And there are quick cures like, the steroids and all the medication you have to take to sound normal. Um, and I know when we did, what was that show? Tasmania. That was the Tasmanian Devil and his family, and I was his little brother, and that was a pretty tough voice, but it wasn't as hard on me as it was on Jim Cummings. We always did the sessions on a Friday because it's tough to go for 4 hours doing that and not have it hurt.
I would think so. I can barely yell at my staff members enough to. No, I'm kidding. But I will say we're going to take a very short break here on 91.8 The Fan, but don't go anywhere because our special guest won't, hopefully.
I'll be right here.
Yes, exactly. So stay tuned to your favorite station where we play everything you want and nothing you don't.
Have you heard of 918 The Fan?
What does 91.8 The Fan have?
Anime news,
Interviews,
reviews,
anime radio,
forums,
web chat,
24/7 live DJs.
all of this and so much more.
If you're looking for a great time,
With great friends,
great DJs,
great music.
then you need to head on over to 918thefan.com.
91.8 The Fan. Everything you want to hear, nothing you don't.
Hey, everybody out there, you're tuned in to 91.8 The Fan, and our special guest is still here. Would you like to give us a sign of life?
That was Dutch Bell. Now it's me, Debi Derryberry again.
You know, it was funny. I was thinking to myself, I would think those voices would be hard for a girl to do, but you snap into them so easily.
Oh, well, thanks. And when I first started doing voiceover, it was all little girl voices. And I thought, gosh, I wish I could do little boy voices. So I took a few classes and I was so embarrassed to talk like a little boy. And then I booked Jimmy Neutron and then I started booking more little boy voices. And now I think I do more little boy voices than little girl voices.
It seems like that looking at your credits, which can't be a bad thing as long as you get booked. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
And now you mentioned Comic-Con a little bit earlier, and I was wondering if you could tell us about, when you'll be appearing so the public can stalk you in a nice way. In a nice way.
Let's see. I will be there. Let me go to my schedule. Who's emailing me about Comic-Con? Oh, I know her name. My booker lady. Here it is. Here's my schedule. Thursday, I'll be at my autograph table from 2:30 to 7. Friday, I'll be at my autograph table from 10 to 2:30. Saturday, I'm supposed to be there 10 to 2:30, but I'm going to be, I think from like 11 to 12, I'm going to be over at the Mattel booth because I'm on this show called Monster High, and I'm Draculaura. She's like Count Dracula's daughter, Draculaura, in this high school. And I'll be there from 11 to 12. But then I'll be back at my table.
I've
Sunday,
seen that show online.
yeah.
That's a fun show.
Mostly webisodes now, and it's on Nickelodeon for specials. And it looks like there's a lot of energy, a lot of excitement about it. So there's things in the works that, again, I can't talk about, but needless to say, Mattel is having a huge booth about it at Comic-Con, so that should tell you something.
Ooh, exciting.
And Sunday, I'll be at my table 10 to 1:30.
And those are long autograph hours. I usually go to anime conventions, and usually they just have them for 1 or 2 hours, but that's a big block of time.
I know. I just kind of sit there and hang with all my buddies and, do my emails and meet people. And I have so much stuff that people like to look at and buy and sign, and it just takes a while. And so in the evening, I'll just be playing with the people at Comic-Con.
Understandable, and it'll be nice to see, the fans face to face and get to see their reactions.
I started posting the event on Facebook but I guess Comic-Con's been sold out for a while, so I feel kind of bad. There's a lot of people that wanted to come and couldn't get in because there's no more tickets.
I know we have two of our DJs going. We have Crows and Hatch, which a lot of the listeners know, and they have a band together, and they do a very interesting show to say the least. So they might stop by and say hi. I'm not sure.
Oh, I would love that.
But if we ever see you at any other convention, we'll make sure to say hi. We go to a lot of the anime video game ones. Comic Con kind of takes a back seat for us just because it's so big, and I
Right,
feel like we'd need like 10 people to cover every little thing.
right. There's so much. There was something else I did that I really liked. Oh, the Crash Bandicoot thing. I haven't done that in a while. You know Crash Bandicoots?
Oh God,
It's
that
a
was one of my
cute,
favorite games.
it's a really fun little game. I'm his sister Coco, but she still has a whole bunch of fans. And now I'm doing this little guy for Alka-Seltzer called Speedy Alka-Seltzer. He's this little guy, and he's the voice. I'm the voice of him on these TV commercials. You'll see him.
You know, what I liked about the Crash Bandicoot thing is that character, and I can't believe I remember this because the game came out a really long time ago, but she used to ride on a little tiger in some levels.
Oh yeah,
And I absolutely loved that. And it was so freaking cute.
she was brave and daring.
Well, it was like just a little, I guess, small shaped tiger, and it would just mew at you, and you would run a, like, it was in like the ice levels, and you'd like jump over penguins and try not to run into them. It was the weirdest level, but it was a lot of fun.
So have you always played video games?
Yeah, I'm a pretty big gamer. I think my listeners get kind of annoyed at me because I have sort of a very strong opinion with video games sometimes.
Oh, I guess I need to start writing down the games I do because I go in and do them and then I kind of forget. Like there was one, what was it, Vampire Hunter something? Vampire Hunter D maybe?
Oh,
Does that
that's
sound familiar?
yeah. It's an anime movie, and
Oh, okay. That was one of my favorite thingies that I did. I liked that role. I think I was a little tiny granddaughter or something. It's just hard to remember all the games you do.
which is natural. I mean, for games, there seems more of a secrecy on them, more of an NDA stronghold, and
Oh,
then it takes years to develop them.
the NDAs they come at the auditions. It's
Oh,
not even at the jobs anymore. It's like if you want to audition, you sign the NDI online, then they'll send you the copy, and then you audition.
oh, so you can't even talk about the audition. How sad.
Yeah, can't even do that.
Well, understandable. Is there any other projects that maybe you're working on that you can talk about, or that recently came out that you can talk about that you'd like to pimp out to the fans?
Let's see. Well, the things right now are more cartoony. Like there's, believe it or not, a new version of Polly Pockets, and I'm Kirsty, and of course Monster High is getting a lot of attention. I'm Draculaura, and the Speedy Alka-Seltzer thing. If you have a bad tummy and watch the news, then you'll see him. And the thing I just finished with Jack Fletcher that I can't tell you about, in the Carnival Island, which is super super cute. And oh, my kids' music. I was going to tell you the site again. It's mybabybanana.com. Mybabybanana.com, all one word. And you can see all my little kid videos. And actually, I'm kind of pitching Baby Banana cartoon wise. And if there are any, I don't know, producers, people who want to help me put this thing together, always looking for somebody to come aboard and join hands with me and skip down the happy, happy cartoon aisle.
And is there any place where they can for sure get in contact with you, or maybe
Yeah,
submit fan questions? Maybe Facebook, Twitter, your website?
let's see. They can certainly Facebook me at Debi Derryberry, and my name is Debi, and Derryberry is Derryberry. And my email, they can just go to my site, DebiDerryberry.com, and send me an email from there. And yeah, I'm always checking them all, and I'm putting up new videos all the time, every week, from my concerts and different things that I'm doing Um, Tomorrow is a commercial and a cartoon. Oh, there's another project called, remember Care Bears?
Oh, yes, I do.
Yep, we're doing Care Bears again.
Oh, they've been on a break, haven't they? I haven't
Oh
seen
yeah,
Care Bears in a really long time, it
yeah,
feels like.
they're bringing the property back. I think a lot of the old properties are being brought back. What with the you know, things like the hub being put in place and everybody trying to exploit already existing properties that already have a following. You know, like so many of the Hasbro toys and the Mattel toys, like the Polly Pockets or the Care Bears. They're doing them all again.
I'm kind of interested to see that. Hopefully, we see some of our old and favorite characters.
And I hope I run into a lot of people at Comic Con who have heard your show because it's sort of. I mean, I'm trying to keep up desperately to keep up with all this high tech stuff. Thank you for walking through this whole Skype thing with me, by the way. I know
Oh,
that
not at all.
you're like, come on, don't you Skype?
No, I understand. I hope this doesn't make you feel old or anything, but my mom's really bad with computers too. She still
I'm
needs help
really
like
good
checking her
with them.
email.
I just never have done it. Now I know how to do it, but from the moment I get up till the moment I go to bed, it's auditions and being mom and taking care of the dog and the pig and doing auditions at home and driving around. There's just so much to do, and right now it's very, very busy in LA.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to do because it seems like a trend, more auditions at home.
Oh yeah, I'm auditioning probably more at home than I am at the agent's office or out. I'd say for every one audition I go out for, I probably do 50 at home.
It seems like it would be so much easier too.
Well, it's easier in the sense that you don't have to go anywhere, but sometimes being in the studio and having somebody else engineer you, it's a different flow, it's a different energy, different system. Um, I kind of like going out and auditioning. It's just, there's so many auditions and there's so many places to audition. You know, it's not just your main agent anymore. There's like anybody can audition from anywhere. If you live in a small cave in the southern tip of Africa, you can audition as long as you have internet.
Well, that's a good thing though. Even though the business is pretty competitive, you have a chance. You can break through.
That's right. There's a chance for everybody. There's a chance for everybody.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell the listeners out there?
Let's see. I posted a pretty cute video of me and my girlfriend, E.G. Daly. We were taking our pig to get washed at the You Wash Doggy store. And I just think it's a kind of a cute video. It shows us um, scrubbing her in the bathtub.
I would
You know,
think I think raising a pig would be a little bit hard.
well, she's pretty easy. It just, she's always there. I mean, just like a dog, you gotta feed them every day and pick up the stuff that they leave behind, which is a lot bigger than the dogs.
Well, I know that you love animals. I know that's in your bio on your website, and I come from a family that loves animals too. My mom really wants a dog, but my cat just won't allow it. So,
Oh, you gotta find a puppy, and then the cat can just tell the dog who's boss. Yeah, get your mom a puppy.
well, my cat's 9 years old at this point, so she like I'm her mama, and everybody else is don't touch. So,
Right? She just rules the roost and protects you.
yeah, exactly.
You exist to wait on her, hand and foot. That is your purpose in life.
Sometimes, yes. But now I'm curious, since we're nearing the end of our interview, sad face, if you'd be willing to participate in a 91.8 The Fan tradition.
What's that?
We ask everybody if they'd be willing to do a radio bump for us.
Let me think. Okay.
Oh, that was that was easy. Basically, we ask if you'd be willing to say the line, "My name is," you insert your name, and then what you do. You could put your voice actress or a singer or certain characters you've done. You can mix it up, do whatever you want there. And the important part is you're tuned into 91.8 The Fan. And we do this live on air, so if you do mess up, everybody hears it. But everybody likes bloopers, so.
Okay, you are tuned into 91.8.
Eight the fan.
Okay, so I would say something like, "My name's Debi Derryberry, and I'm the voice of Jimmy Neutron, and you're tuned in to 91.8 The Fan."
Yes, exactly. That's perfect.
All right, so everybody's hearing this, and they're going to hear if I mess up, right?
Yes. So whenever you're ready.
Okay, here I go. Are you going to do your 3, 2, 1 thing?
How about a take one?
I like that.
All right, take one.
Hi, my name's Debi Derryberry. I'm the voice of Jimmy Neutron and Speedy Alka-Seltzer. You're tuned... See? Hi, my name's Debi Derryberry. I'm the voice of Jimmy Neutron and Speedy Alka-Seltzer. You're tuned in to 91.8 The Fan. Got a blast!
See, that was perfect. That wasn't so hard.
Phew, the pressure, the pressure.
You got the hardest part out of the way. Everybody mixes up the numbers.
I wrote it down.
Yeah. Well, that's the smart way to do it.
Right on my paper post-it. Not even my computer post-it. Boy, it's a good thing this is a radio interview, because if you guys looked at my desktop right now on my computer, you'd be like, "Girl, clean it up."
I'd be afraid.
Yes.
I'd be afraid if people looked at my desk. I have like my Nintendo DS here and a calculator, my remote control, and my PlayStation controller, and business cards everywhere. Yeah, I'm a mess too, so don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we could just go through what I have. Okay, I'm gonna do it. You ready? I have my phone, and then the printer, and then the light, and then the MIDI box, and then the stack of to-do stuff, and my thing of post-its, the microphone, it's right here, my water bottle, the coaster, the pencil sharpener, the electric stapler, the manual stapler, the calculator, the tape dispenser, the whole bin full of highlighters, and then a bin of pens, and another bin of pens, and then all the CDs of the spots I just finished that who uses CDs anymore? They're sitting right there. Oh, and then the picture of Miranda Cosgrove with my son and Samantha and Jerry Trainer from iCarly. Hey, I forgot to tell you I'm on iCarly.
Yeah, I saw that in your on your resume. Could you
Okay.
explain who you were, just in case the listeners don't know about it?
I'm Principal Franklin's secretary, Ms. Verman. Ms. Varman. I'm the one with the banana. And my son is in an episode where they give out the web awards to kids that send in cool videos. And he's the hula hooper.
Oh, that's so cool. So I guess he's following in your footsteps then, eh?
Well, he did there, but he there was an audition today and he was playing Minecraft and he said, "I don't want to go, Mom." So I let him finish playing Minecraft. Do you ever play Minecraft?
I've heard a lot about it, and I've seen, like, I saw like this release about it. My friend keeps showing me videos to try and get me to play, where
Hmm.
you can have kittens and they can, make, like, if you get two cats together, they will actually have
Yeah,
kittens.
you have to get something called oh, I forgot the word. Inventory edit. And I think it works pretty well on PC. It's hard on a Mac, but you can get all kinds of stuff. And I thought, well, it's like architecture, and my kid can just make things, and it's very creative. And then I realized that he can grab TNT from inventory edit and blow things up. Now he's making huge towers of TNT. I was all excited that it was a nice, safe game.
Well,
Yeah,
from the most part, it looks safe. It's all pixely. It doesn't look like there's any blood or guts like a lot of games out there. So.
that's true. But now he's just building like skyscrapers. Mom, look, watch me blow this up. I'm like, no.
Maybe he should get a cat in the game.
I'm gonna see if we can get some cats and dogs. Maybe do a zoo. Go that way.
Oh, that would be cool. Hopefully he doesn't blow those up.
He would never do that.
Good. Make sure he doesn't.
Never. He's a vegetarian.
And this was a lot of fun. I know you got somewhere to be, and I don't want to take too much of your time, but thank you so much for today.
Thank you, Jackie. It was great talking to you. Can't wait to talk to you again and see all the people at Comic Con. And yeah, you guys can go to my site, DebiDerryberry.com and mybabybanana.com.
And for anybody out there that missed any of this interview, don't fret. It'll be up on the 20th, so in the next 2 days. Keep it tuned to 91.8 The Fan. Everything you want and nothing you don't.